what's going on YouTube? So I have spent some time with the bike now. Not much. I only have about 60 miles on the bike right now. Let's see. Come on, 74. I haven't really been riding it because I've been teaching my wife how to ride the Ninja, and I ride that most of the time lately. It's just still haven't gotten over how fun the bike is. Like I said, it's just easy taking it to places. I'm still getting used to the bike. Right now it's just street riding. I take it to some fast roads here and there, but nothing too crazy. I have to go to the canyons to see how I really, how the bike really handles in that situation. I am in no way a really good rider. I'm just a basic rider. So if anything, this is just for my skill level, my take on it as a average rider that rides any bike. So far I really love it. Nothing short of expectation. It's everything that I actually really hoped for coming back into a sport bike. The exhaust sounds awesome. It sounds like a full exhaust system. I don't know how else to tell you. Let me see if I can get something here on camera, but it's different when you're riding. See, it doesn't sound like that stock. It sounds deeper with the Acropovic. Yeah, so imagine the stock one already sounds good, and imagine the stock one already sounds good. So this one just makes it a little bit better, more crisp, and you still have on the stock one. You still have the, the what do you call that? The backfire, the bop 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 going when you're decelerating. That's so unique to this bike. I don't think the stock S1000 also had it. This one and the older model, they both had it, but not so much as this one. This one has it on all situations. Like even if you're just street riding, you hear it like a backfire. It sounds really cool. So I think it's just the way the exhaust is made. It's more free flowing. Looks like there's less turns on the exhaust than the old one had that big canister in the back. This one has some kind of a U shape also, but this one is more of a, I don't know how to explain it, but it's more simpler in terms of how it's made. The other one has like some big canister in there. I don't know what that does, and then you have a muffler. Basically, if you change the muffler, it doesn't do anything for that big pipe. So in this new bike, changing the pipe does a lot of things for the exhaust sound. That's what I think anyway. That's what I feel. I might be wrong. It might be just I'm just thinking that on my own. But anyway, street riding bike is awesome. Its bike is comfortable as ever. I expected it. I expected that coming in. That's why I chose this bike. Some people would say, "Oh, go with Ducati, like Panigale and stuff like." Those bikes are not comfortable at all. Even though they said they revamped their ergonomics and stuff like that. This is the bike that you would want to ride every day, even if you don't use all the power. This is why I chose this bike. It's just super awesome. I have no regrets. Tires, I feel really bad about these tires because like I said, I'm really using it 90% in the street. I actually want to take them off and store them somewhere, and change it to something more everyday. I really feel bad about burning these tires, and I'm not. Yeah, like I want to use these if I'm like going to the track, if ever. Right now it's still new. I want to get it out. I'm trying to see if I can manage to get some tires changed, maybe on my 600 mile service, but that's like I don't want to add more miles on these tires. Anyway, quick shifter works awesome. It's not even like an afterthought. It's well engineered. It's like downshift, upshifts. It's like you've seen this reviews everywhere. It shifts like it's nothing, like split second, like bam bam bam, goes to the gear. You let go of the throttle, it shifts down It's smooth like butter. It's not like abrupt, like it's not doing anything like that. Brakes is awesome. It's still getting broken in. I think it's getting bedded in. It's still grippy already. It's already grippy, so it's you got to be careful with that, and using just very little pressure. Wheels are awesome. Turning, the steering is so good with these forged wheels. I don't know what else to say about them. They're just amazing. I don't know, why am I looking this way? The standard wheels, the non-forged ones, they're also good. I mean, you barely notice the weight of the bike as it is, because the bike is just very well balanced. The 2014 was very well balanced already, so even with the forged wheels, I don't really notice the big difference, but I do notice it when you're turning in. It's so easy to dive. Also, when you're maneuvering in tight spaces and very slow speeds in parking lots, it's way easier to steer. So and like they said, unsprung weight, you accelerate just faster. You just take off, like there's no there's nothing like that, because it's just lighter. So maybe I'm just thinking that, but it really, it brought it up in my mind. So I guess it's something really going on. What else did I haven't really played with the settings in the suspension, because I don't really know what each setting does and whatnot. I still have to study it. Like I said, I'm going through as I go with the features. I can't really fully use everything, because I don't know what is what off the bat. I've read a lot of reviews, I've read a lot of forums, owners and things like that, but there's nothing like using the bike for yourself every day and seeing how each feature plays into your life and your use. Some people would just go straight go to the freaking track, know all the settings, dial it in and all that, and they're good. But for me, I have to learn by necessity. So if I change something, it has to have like because I learned it this way, this one's better, this way is better. What else? Seat feels like it's about the same as the old one. If anything, it would be, they feel about the same. This one is a little bit flatter, so the old one has like a hump in the middle, so it looks more sporty, more contour to the shape of the bike. Now this is more flat, so your passenger, I guess, will have more room in the back here. You have a better surface area. I mean, heated grips, I can't imagine when I went to the Harley. I'm not saying anything bad about it, but these, you can get this in the Harley, of course, but I mean, it's just I didn't want to bother getting heated grips in certain occasions. I ride every day. I rode during the cold in the Harley when I had that video about using the tuner, and it was around December or January or something like that. It was super cold. I can't tell you how I missed this feature, heated grips. Cruise control, I haven't gotten around to testing that. When I do, I'll make a video of how to use it, I guess. So basically, you're moving, when you're on it, you're riding around, you turn it on, slide it that way, and then I guess you set your speed this way. You push it up or something like that. There's also a push down, so I think that's how you manage your speed. So when you set it, you can keep increasing your speed and whatnot. So I guess they do this rocker switch so that you don't accidentally turn it on by pushing forward, if anything, so it pushes to the side, and then do this stuff right here. And you got your standard ABS switch, turning it off. You got a freaking hazard button there. Basic control switch. This slick one, I still have to figure that out, and somebody can tell me in the comments what that is. I haven't played with it. You have various settings for race and pit lane, speed, stuff like that. There's so many things that this bike could do. I just have no idea what to do yet. They threw in this battery tender. It looks different right now. This is just a cover. This whole thing slips off of the whole thing, so it's just a battery tender in there. So yeah, it's pretty nice. It's a pretty nice addition. I don't know if that's the stock for all S1000s. It's nice that they did that though. So suspension shocks right there. You can, I think there's some sort of adjustment that can be done with the screw back there. There's also some adjustment that can be done in this section here. So I guess one is a this is the, what we call this, spring, and this is the dampening. So it's like, you know, the Harley was, one is a spring, one is a dampener. So I think this is the same way, because you only adjust the automatic dampening settings is on this side, and the spring rate is probably here, compression, you know. I didn't touch it. I just don't know the settings that I want yet. Still riding the bike. So far as is, it feels pretty good already. So if anything, like I said, give it some more time. So I can't just know everything about the bike in just 70 miles of riding it. Personally, I guess some people can. It depends on the situation. If you rode it 70 miles on the freaking track, then yeah, you would know. Yeah, so far I haven't really messed up my those radiators and oil cooler, but I really intend to get a radiator guard sometime soon. I kind of did mess it up on my 2014. It's chance. It's very hidden, kind of. You think it's gonna get destroyed over time, but the way roads are in my area, there's not much rocky roads here, and then also the way this is, it doesn't really kick it up there. It kicks it up in this area, not up there, because these wheels don't really grab a lot of these tires don't really grab a lot of rocks and throws it up there. So that's why I didn't get one prior, but I probably would this time, because I kind of like this bike a lot. I'm kind of babying it right now. I'm not babying it and breaking it in. I'm kind of semi-hard on the break-in. Even on the street, I'm like just rolling up on higher RPMs on the first gear, and then shift to second, and then deceleration, kind of like you know, make it really decelerate gradually going down. So I'm really using the rev range. I'm using all the rev ranges. I don't know how long I'm supposed to do that. I'm probably gonna do it on just the first tank of gas that I have right here, and then the next fill I'm just gonna treat it as a whatever bike, because you know, I mean, hard break-in, the break-in should happen on the first 100 miles, if anything, on a brand new bike. So if you're still breaking it in 600 miles in or something like that, there's, you know, I think that's redundant. But I think the first 100 miles, the first time you do it, like, you know, you rev it high, or it went through all the cycle of doing it. I think it should have, if you're thinking about seals, it should have bedded in by then. I don't know what else to say. I really like this bike. So you know, from the other video about me choosing a touring bike, completely just flip the switch on people, and they're all shocked and like upset, and like, you know. But this type of bike, this bike specifically has special place in my book. It's just, I was impressed with the first one. I just can't let it go. I can't let it pass. The deal was so good. Yeah, when I told, there was somebody that I was talking to on Instagram. Yeah, he'll know when I mentioned it. I was talking to him about the deal that was going on here. It's hard to pass up. So I don't know if it's still going on. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but it's angled 90 degrees. Shit's awesome, man. You have no idea how hard it is on some bikes. If not, I don't remember. I think the old one was not like this. The old S1000 is pointed up like that, I think. I can't remember. But I know I had... See, look at this one. That's fucking awesome, dude. 90 degrees, angled. Yeah, HP forged wheels. They look awesome too. So you can see the HP logo over there. Yeah. Seriously, this is like, you know, I had the Dyna, the Street Bob. I'm modding every single thing about it. I don't know what to do about this bike. So, you know, they're still using the dated bulbs. You know, they don't have LED lights. Maybe I'll change something about that. Levers. Levers, rear sets. That's all I can see changing in this bike. Probably the tail tidy. You know, if you see a bike with a tail tidy, with a stock fender, this one doesn't look that bad. Like I said, You know, on the 2014, I changed mine like very last minute, maybe like 2 months before I sold the bike, which was unfortunate. Because this one, I don't know, for some reason it doesn't look that bad to me. Personal preference, I don't really care about it. So if you're going to the track, there's 3 bolts here. You put a plate on there, which is like it's called the HP race part. You put a plate on there, screw it in, it covers the mounting points, and you can go to track. You can take these off and you can go to track and put it back when you're riding. So I guess it looks cleaner on the back. Yeah, and let me see if I can block my hand with it. Yeah, it looks cleaner. I might maybe someday I might. Yeah, besides the carbon pieces and cosmetic stuff, I don't have anything mechanical for this one. If I get a good deal on a full exhaust system, I might change just the header, because I like this pipe. I might just change the header. It's a titanium header, so titanium header, mid pipe, basically. Just do that. Hopefully I can make a video. I know how a pain in the ass changing the exhaust on this bike is, and also doing the oil change on this. I hated it when I did it last time. You know, the Harley is when you turn the oil filter, it drips all over the engine block. This is the exact same way, but this one, it drips all over the header, because it's like so here's the header. Looking at it from the front, the thing is right there. So when you unscrew it, it drips all over the exhaust. So there's a way of putting the foil over the to cover the stuff. It's just, why would you guys do? That's the only thing I hate about this bike and the Harley. Why would you do that for an oil filter? Seriously, man, like shit. And the Harley, you can see the engine, so any smudge or anything would, like, you'll see that that you drip some oil there. So, but this one is the same way. I'm gonna figure it out as usual. See what I can do, the best way to do it. Yeah, so if you guys have any comments or anything like that, just let me know. Like I said, I'm still filling it out. I might make another video, and maybe closer to my first service, or after it. Just I need another milestone or significant thing to talk about. I don't want to keep doing this same type of video about the bike without any real input. So thank you guys for the ones that stayed. I'm sorry about the ones that left. I mean, I dropped, I think, maybe 20 people or something like that. It's just like, it's instant. There's like bam every day, like, oh shit. But for the ones that stayed, they have some, I appreciate them. It's fine. So I didn't make this channel, I didn't make the YouTube videos for the fame or anything. I like documenting the bikes that I buy. It's just, I've been buying so much. I've been moving through bikes, and I wish I documented all of them. It would have been nice to just look back into the channel and see all the bikes I've had. And yeah, it's a nice thing. But hopefully this one would stay at least a year. Hopefully this one would stay for at least a year, so we can get a long-term report coming. Long-term maybe 6 months. Long-term shit. Alright, man. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.